Bridget Sheil, 19, was a young beautiful lady who enjoyed doing hair and was also a music video model. She was murdered by Christopher Spencer, 28, who has been linked to many killings. Bridget was last seen alive in May 2016 at a convenience store. She was in her car with two males, and within an hour or so bullets rang out in the Atlanta park where Sheil was shot and killed. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Bridget's family and friends. Bridget Sheil was born in North Fork, Virginia, on April 30, 1997. Bridget worked as a hairstylist as well as a music video model. She was raised by her grandparents, Jim and Beverly Toole, in Washington, D.C., as part of a military family. She enjoyed ballet and soccer. Sheil then made the decision to relocate to Atlanta to live with her mother. She was a living wire, full of energy and life, and a lot of fun to be around. She was quite dramatic. Bridget had issues even as a child, a father she never met and a mother she rarely saw. Bridget's sadness became more as she grew older. She had low self-esteem and was cruelly mistreated due to her size. Her first year of school was on a roll, and then she began skipping classes. She made poor life choices, and hanging out with the wrong people put her life at risk. Bridget then opted to move to Atlanta to live with her mother. She wished to become a model and pursue a career in the spotlight. When she arrived in Atlanta, she finally got a break when she was placed in a music video for a recording artist Chris Waddle's song. When she arrived in Atlanta, she began seeing a man named Kinnie. Kevin was older than Bridget and had been in and out of jail. He was also said to be a member of the underground organization. Bridget contacted 911 to request a restraining order against her boyfriend after he slapped her in the face, but she declined to file charges. She also didn't want the cops to come to Kinnie's house because she was frightened he'd kill her. Police were called to Kinnie's house 2 days after the 911 call because Bridget was fighting with his other woman. Bridget was living with Kinnie and his child's mother, Brittany Aloka. Bridget and Brittany were always arguing, and they both had spent the night in jail. Sheil became pregnant throughout the relationship, but she was too terrified to notify Kevin. It has been rumored that she was not pregnant, although this has yet to be confirmed. Unfortunately, the love triangle couldn't survive, and Kinnie kicked Bridget out after only a few weeks of living together. She had no money, needed a place to stay, and didn't want to go back and ask Kevin. We're not sure why she didn't want to live with her mother or what occurred between them. Kinnie allegedly also put Bridget in an escort business and allowed her to publish ads on Backpage.com. Bridget left her house on May 30, 2016, to go to the grocery before a planned meeting with friends. She was seen in her automobile at a convenience store parking lot at 11:30 p.m. with two guys, one of whom was later identified as Spencer and the other who remains unidentified. Bridget was sitting in the passenger seat, looking anxious. But the men who were with Bridget did not get out of the car. Instead, they requested a person who was hanging around the store to go in and get the stuff they needed. They did not flee and could not be captured. Reportedly that night, the automobile was seen near Oakland Park, where a 911 caller allegedly reported hearing shots fired. The next morning, police scoured the area and located Bridget Sheil's body around 6:50 a.m. Spencer and another man, Vernon Beeman, abducted, robbed, bound, and then shot to death a Stone Mountain couple 5 months later, on October 24, 2016. Spencer's DNA was submitted into a state-maintained database after the two were arrested and convicted. That DNA later matched the DNA found on Sheil as well as the DNA found on the soda bottle.
I'd just like to say that we miss her more every day. Does this help with closure at all?
I don't know that it will help at all.
Exactly 2 years after 19-year-old model Bridget Sheil was found shot and killed, left naked in an Atlanta park, charges have been brought against an alleged gang member. A man already behind bars, already facing charges in 4 other murders from 2016. That man, 28-year-old Christopher Spencer, known on the streets as Crisco. Police say surveillance video showed Sheil getting into the car with Crisco and another man. No leads on that guy right now. As I pointed out, Spencer was already on the hook for 4 other murders in 2016. October 22nd, 2016, he's accused of gunning down 2 teenagers on Libby Lane. 2 days later, a couple is victimized in Stone Mountain during a home invasion robbery. Now, is he considered a serial killer? Well, according to the FBI, he does not fit the profile. However, we did speak with a former gang member who is now trying to turn the lives around of some youth. And he says Spencer was probably nothing more than a loose cannon with a gun.
I've had guys that were attached to me that, I had to put in check or constantly, remind them that we were about making money and not just doing stupid random things like shooting people for no reason.
As I mentioned before, Art Powell is now a former gang leader who is now mentoring youth to make sure they don't go down the same road like Spencer.
Bridget's mother regarded her as a bright and determined child. She was also an animal enthusiast, saving a starved dog tethered to a tree and 2 sick 3-week-old kittens that came to her mother's patio. Despite their fond recollections, the mother and daughter were not on speaking terms when Bridget died. Bridget's mother wanted her to finish school and pursue a typical 9-to-5 career, but she aspired to be a model and, eventually, an actor. Her mother confesses her sadness over her decision to quit communicating with her daughter before she passed.
I feel like part of my heart has been taken away. Part of me is missing, and I feel worried, sick, that she may have suffered. I don't know if she was tortured. I don't know what happened. And I worry that she knew for hours that she might die. I feel so guilty. The shoulda, woulda, couldas. Did she hurt? Did they beat her up? How long did she know that she was gonna die? That kills me.
Bridget will be remembered by her friends and family, and we wish everyone affected the fortitude to endure this enormous pain. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.